Hey, what's up YouTube? So let's start with Vegas. So let me grab my footage, drop it in, and the first effect we're gonna create is the Transformers look. Okay, the first thing you gotta do is click on Event Effects, then go down to Sony Color Corrector, then hit OK. And then you're gonna wanna bring the lows down to the lower green and cyan colors, like this. And then bring the midtones in between cyan and blue, and then bring the highlights in between yellow and orange, like this. So we're starting to get the look right now. So that's the basic thing of the Transformers look. Then you're going to want to bring offset down, which is basically the lows, like how bright they are. And then you're going to want to bring the gain up. And then that's about it. Now the next look is going to be the Twilight look. For that, I'm going to want to go to Video Effects, then go to Black and White, drop that into the clip, then set the blend amount to about 600, no, 0.601, yeah, that works. And then go to Video Effects, click on this button, and then go to Color Balance, add it, and then press OK. And we're on midtones right now, so you're just going to want to make sure Preserve Luminosity is checked, and then bring the blue up to 0.1250, and then bring the red to negative 0.1250. See, we're starting to get that twilighty look. Then brightness and contrast, yeah. And then we're gonna wanna bring the contrast up. Then we should put the brightness and contrast under the color balance, like that. So that way it's not overly blue. Then maybe we should add a little bit more black and white, like that. And there you got the Twilight look. And for the Terminator look, this one's pretty easy. So let's remove everything. For the Terminator 4 look, you're going to need the black and white. Bring that in. Set it to 0.4. And then add the, let's see, color balance. Then hit OK. Then this we're going to need to bring the red down a little bit. Bring the green up a little bit. And then we're going to add brightness and contrast. Bring the contrast up a little bit. That's pretty much it. The Terminator look. So that's how to do those effects in Vegas. So I'm just going to go into Premiere. Okay, we're in Premiere now, and I just imported my footage into the project, so here it is. Okay, now I'm going to do the Transformers look in Premiere. For this, all you're going to need is the 3-way color corrector. It's under Video Effects and Color Correction. And then you're also going to need curves. RGB curves, actually. Then open up the effect controls for curves. You'll just click on the clip and go up to effects. And if you can't see that window, go to window and go to effects. So then now that you're in the 3-way color corrector, you're going to need to bring the shadows down to greenish blue. Then bring the midtones to the bluish area. And the highlights yellowish, reddish, orangish. Yeah. And then see how that looks. Looks pretty good. We're gonna need some more contrast. So you open up curves, and then lower the darkness over here, and add more brightness. That's looking pretty good so far. And I think that's it for the Transformers look. So now we're gonna go for the Twilight look in Premiere. So we're gonna go to Video Effects, then go to Color Correction, and then go down to Fast Color Corrector. And then in Fast Color Corrector, what you would do is you bring the saturation down to 50. And then go to RGB Curves, drop that onto the clip, and then you're gonna lower the red a little bit and raise the blues a little bit. So your curve should look like that. And then create another RGB curve, so drop another RGB curves onto this clip. And then you're gonna go down to it and add contrast. Contrast always adds a little bit to it. So there you got your basic Twilight look. Yep, that works. So that's your Twilight look. And then we're gonna delete all this and start over for the Terminator look. Where is it? What do we do again? Okay, next you're gonna go to Fast Color Corrector again. Drop it onto the clip. Go down and turn the saturation down to about 60, let's say. Then you're gonna want to go to RGB Curves. Add that over the clip. Open it up and go down. Let's see, we're gonna lower the reds just a little bit. That much maybe. And then bring the greens up a tiny little bit like that. That's pretty good. And then put one little point in the master right here like this. And then lower the darks like this. And that's about it. That's your basic Terminator look. You can play with the saturation however you want to get your desired look. So now let's open up Adobe After Effects. In After Effects, creating the Transformers look is a bit hard since there's no three-way color corrector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Color Correction, Curves, and then go to the greens first. Add a point here just to keep the midtones right there. And then you're going to want to bring this point up about, not that much, just about there. And then go to blues, put a point here again, and then bring this up. So that way the shadows of green and blue are both like equal. And then you're going to want to bring the green, leave the green, and go to blue and bring the midtones up a little bit. And I mean a little bit. And then go back to green and bring it up even a littler bit. And then go to the reds. Add a point here to keep that right there. And then move the highlights up. And then go to green and move these highlights up. But it needs contrast and saturation. So go to RGB and bring the light up and bring the dark down. There we got the Transformers look in After Effects. And then the Twilight look in After Effects is a bit easier. What we're going to do is we're going to start with Effect and go to Color Correction, then go to Tint, and then we're going to keep the amount of tint at about 50%. Then go to Color Correction, Curves, and then bring the blue up, bring the red down, and then add some contrast, and we got our Twilight look. And now for the Terminator one. So we're gonna go to Effect, then go to color correction, then go to tint again, and then lower this to about 50, then go to effect, then go to color correction, then go to curves. Then we're going to lower the red, then bring up the green a little bit, add some contrast. Okay, and that's about it. This tutorial is over now. YouTube only lets me upload about 10 minutes, so color correction is very important for your videos and stuff. And comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye.